Hello everybody and welcome back to Be Joy in the Kitchen. I am Be Joy. This here is my kitchen. So Thanksgiving is upon us, and what I've got for us today to make Thanksgiving a dish that's easy, that you can make ahead, that you can bring to a holiday party, that you don't have to take. You know, the oven's taken up with the turkey and everything else in there. So this is a wild rice and persimmon cilantro salad. So it's got all the good colors, all of the good Thanksgiving things. My mom, back in the day, used to make a wild rice ring. And my brothers and I tried like crazy a number of years ago to find her recipe. And we just couldn't find her. And she used to use Pope's cookbook a lot. She used to use Settlement cookbook. It wasn't in there. Who knows what happened to that recipe? So today we're not making that recipe. We're making an updated wild rice. So what we're going to start out with is 3 cups of, I use the Lundberg organic wild rice blend. So we've got 3 cups of that in my big bowl here. To that we're going to add about 2 large, maybe 1.5 large persimmons. And so those of you that live on the other side of the country from the west, that would be the east, or even the Midwest, I'm not so sure that you're that familiar with persimmons. I know I didn't know what a persimmon was until we had moved to California. Now, almost 2 decades ago. Wow. But back to Arizona. And they're not as plentiful in Arizona, that is for sure. So I've got about 2 cups of these in a dice. I'm going to put those into my wild rice that's cooked, by the way, in case you didn't notice. I got 1/2 cup of pistachios, and these are raw because I like raw, but you can go ahead and toast them if you'd like. I got 1/2 cup of cilantro that came off of my tower garden. This is my end of season cilantro, and I'm happy to be able to use it for something. I love cilantro. That's something else I had never heard of before growing up in the Midwest. And then I have I've got 2 green onions, the spring onions, the long ones that I often use in a stir fry. All right, so those are your ingredients for the rice. I'm going to go ahead and mix those up, and I'm telling you, it's looking pretty. And like I said in the beginning, what I love about this is you can make it ahead of time. And if you're, hosting Thanksgiving, you got it, on the counter, room temperature already. But if you've been invited to a Thanksgiving, you can bring it and not have to bother the host or hostess with the oven, because I'm sure the oven is packed. What am I telling you? Alrighty, so we get that all mixed up in here. I'm saying this is going to be tasty. And it looks really nice. It's got the orange. It looks like, your fall salad. All right, next we're going to make our dressing. So I'm going to put this to the side. Bring it back later when the dressing's done. All right, dressing. I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of clementine juice. You can use any orange citrus. 1 tablespoon of lime. I've got 1 teaspoon of honey. I don't want to go too strong on the honey. I've got that here. I'm not going to use my hands because I am bringing this to yet another potluck party I've been invited to for tomorrow evening. Whoa. All right, got your honey in there. And then about a teaspoon, not even, half teaspoon of salt and pepper. Pepper about 1/4 teaspoon coming on in there. And then for a little warmth, we're just going to throw in a couple shakes of the Aleppo pepper. It's just fun. It's like one of the unexpected things you're going to have in there. And if you really dislike hot, then don't bother. I'm going to whisk that up. So simple. The thing that's going to take you the longest is cooking the rice. That's it. I made mine in my rice cooker. Okay, got that. Here comes the dressing. Just like that. All the time. I wish you could be in the kitchen with me so you could smell what's going on. It smells so good. Alrighty. Just mix that around gently. You don't want to mash up the rice too much. But you also want to make sure that every grain gets coated if you can. And wow, there we go. There we have it. We have got our Thanksgiving wild rice persimmon cilantro salad. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, whether you're at home or going out or you're working or whatever you're doing or you don't celebrate. Any of those, I just wishing you all to this week while you're cooking, next week actually, because it's going to be, next week is Thanksgiving. And you know, while you're cooking in your kitchen, be joy in your own kitchen. And until next time, enjoy the yum. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.